You're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 28th day of from and welcome to the broadcast. Miss Kennedy Kimani and Boniface Morethi is our sign language interpreter. We begin with President William Ruto, who has once again pledged his administration's commitment to the rule of law, saying that no court ruling will be ignored under any circumstances. Speaking at State House, Nairobi, during the swearing-in of 15 new Court of Appeal judges, the head of state emphasized the importance of an independent judiciary in safeguarding Kenya's democracy. Our reporter, Dolly Murigi begins our bulletin with the following report.
President William Ruto has presided over the swearing-in of 50 new Court of Appeal judges meant to strengthen the judiciary as it deals with a growing backlog of cases and to reaffirm his administration's commitment to the rule of law. Addressing the judges at State House, Nairobi, the president stressed that the judiciary remains a critical pillar of Kenya's democratic system and national stability.
The authority entrusted to judges is immense, and it must be exercised with diligence, wisdom, restraint, and uncompromising commitment to justice, as I have heard each and every one of you take the oath of office. I reaffirm without qualification that this administration respects and will continue to protect the independence of the judiciary. Courts are constitutionally mandated to interpret and apply the law, to uphold the supremacy of the Constitution, and to protect the rights and freedoms of every Kenyan.
He acknowledged that while disagreements between the executive and the court may arise, his government has consistently complied with court decisions, opting to pursue lawful options such as appeals rather than define judiciary rulings.
Even so, and notwithstanding these differences of opinion, this administration has consistently respected court decisions. Where we have been dissatisfied, we have chosen the lawful path of appeal where available, rather than defiance or disregard of court orders. And I want to give you my undertaking that this administration will not disregard any court rulings.
President Ruto described the appointment of the 15 judges as one of the most significant reinforcement of the Court of Appeal in recent history. The new judges are expected to play a key role in reducing case backlogs, speeding the resolution of dispute, and restoring public confidence in the justice system. As of December 2025, the Court of Appeal was handling more than 14,300 pending cases with a case clearance rate of 68%. To ease the pressure, the government has increased investment in judicial capacity with plans to appoint 60 new High Court judges by March 2026 and recruit an additional 168 resident magistrates. The president also announced improved financial and welfare support for the judiciary as part of the broader judicial reforms.
This expansion also comes at a critical moment. As of December 2025, the Court of Appeal was managing a pending caseload of 14,300 matters, with an overall case clearance rate of 68%. These figures indicate that while progress has been made, existing judicial capacity has not yet fully matched the growing inflow of cases, particularly in high-volume stations. That is why this administration has consistently committed resources to strengthen the judiciary's human capital, ensuring it has the capacity, skills, and institutional depth required to effectively deliver on its constitutional mandate.
Among those sworn in is the outgoing IPOA chairperson Ahmed Isaac Hassan, senior advocate Katwa Kigen, who had previously represented President Ruto. Other judges are Justice Chacha Mwita, Lady Justice Hedwig Mbosa Gudi, Justice Mathis Ndumanderi, Lady Justice Lynette Momondolo, Lady Justice Lucy Mwihaki Njuguna, Justice Samson Odhiambo Kongo, and Lady Justice Rachel Chepkoech Ngetich. The newly appointed judges are expected to boost the Court of Appeal, which continues to face rising pressure from constitutional petitions, election-related disputes, and complex commercial cases. Dolly Murigimbovi for Hope TV.
Thank you so much, Dolly, for that report. Moving on swiftly, United Opposition leaders have reaffirmed their goal of making President William Ruto a one-term president. Speaking at the Democratic Party of Kenya National Delegates Convention at Ufungamano House in Nairobi, they emphasized their unity ahead of the 2027 election. Alice Diana with more on this.
With just 18 months remaining until the next general election, the United Opposition leaders have assured Kenyans that they will unite and give Kenyans one presidential candidate. Speaking during the Democratic Party of Kenya National Delegates Convention held in Nairobi, the leaders said they will offer better leadership if given a chance to rule this country.
We are in the United Opposition because we all agree to the one-term movement to remove the pain of Kasongo. This is on every household.
Sisi kwa muungano wa upinzani, sisi ni watu wa one-term na tutaungana. Tukiamua ya kwamba ni David anabeba bendera, sisi zote tutakuwa nyuma. Ukisema ni Kalonzo ama Karua ama Rikia Mateni ama Wamala, sote tutasimama nyuma. Tutatunga mkono ya watu.
Our unity in the opposition must not only oppose, but must also propose. The opposition must offer Kenya economic alternative, a government that listens, leadership that is accountable, politics anchored in ideas, not ethnic arithmetic.
Jubilee Deputy Party Leader Fred Matiang'i called on Kenyans to defend democracy, noting that democracy across the African region is in danger.
Democracy is in danger, not just here but in the region. The talks we have witnessed in the region recently that past election, very dangerous talks, are threatening to spill over to parts of our country, and we are looking at a government here that wants to borrow from those very dangerous talks. Please, Kenyans, this is the time to stand firm in defense of democracy.
Following the violent incident that occurred on Sunday at Witima ACK Church in Othaya, Nyeri County, during a church service where former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and worshippers reportedly faced tear gas and live ammunition, Wiper Patriotic Front Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka revealed that they are taking legal action against the perpetrators of the chaos.
What happened in Othaya over the weekend is domestic terrorism. And we are taking legal action to do private prosecution of those individuals who have been identified as perpetrators. Because we realize if we don't, some will continue to take this country. Number two, we are giving notice. The Kenyans are not going to take this line down. We are going to Vigilante House as a starting point for that prosecution. We serve that complaint, and after that complaint, we will take action.
Now, we tell the people of Kenya, we now have the details. There was an assassination attempt sanctioned by William Ruto. We'll be giving full details in a few days that Kenyans can know what.
The DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua also dismissed claims that members are leaving parties affiliated to the United Opposition and joining the Kenya Kwanza government, saying those who have left were President William Ruto's moles and spies. As the 2027 general election continues to draw closer, Kenyans are now waiting to see who among the United Opposition leaders will be chosen as the flag bearer. Alice Diana at Ufungamano House in Nairobi County for Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you so much, Alice, for that report. Still matters politics. 18 months to the next general elections, the United Opposition have now tasked the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to restore public confidence in matters of elections. The opposition has raised issues with the KIMS kits contract, recalling the events of the 2017 and 2022 elections that they say were marred with irregularities. Our reporter Vincent Kerosi was in attendance and has filed the following story.
After a 3-hour closed-door meeting, the United Opposition heavyweights, led by Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua, Fred Matiang'i, and Eugene Wamalwa, descended the stairs of Anniversary Towers.
We have just paid a courtesy call on the Independent Electoral Commission as a united opposition about building trust of the Electoral Commission by Kenya.
While the meeting followed months of friction, the tone was surprisingly cordial. Leaders from DCP, Wiper, PLP, Jubilee and DAPK saying the conversation with the commission was cordial to break the ice, but insisted it was candid enough.
Kalonzo said, concerned about the technology, particularly the Venezuelan technology that is discredited through a whistleblower who raised the issues in America. This same technology was used recently in Uganda. The KIMS kit failed in Uganda. We do not want to see a similar election in Kenya.
Beyond optics, the opposition raised red flags over the reliability of KIMS kit and the rising goonism witnessed in recent by-elections, demanding a roadmap to secure the 2027 vote, with both camps agreeing on the formation of technical teams to address the contentious issues.
That the next general election is very emotive, and they need to prepare adequately, and they need to gain the confidence of the people of Kenya that they will deliver a credible election. Because if the people of Kenya feel it will not be a credible election, the temperatures could rise and we could have a challenge.
We have agreed today, there are several lawyers who are here, we have institutionalized our interaction with them. We have agreed that we will set up a technical team on behalf of the United Opposition, and they will also appoint a technical team so that they can go through all those issues that we raised, blow by blow, and we will have another meeting to go through.
The United Opposition now throwing the ball to the IEBC to revive the public confidence that they say has long been lost due to the events of the previous elections. With the 2027 general elections now looming on the horizon, this meeting marks a rare moment of consensus between a skeptical opposition and an electoral body under pressure. Vincent Kerosi, Anniversary Towers, Nairobi.
Thank you so much, Vincent, for that report. Away from that, and the High Court has dealt a major blow to the 1998 bomb blast victims after dismissing their petition that sought compensation from the government, citing lack of verifiable evidence. In the judgment delivered earlier today, Justice Lawrence Mugambi ruled that the petitioners failed to prove that the Kenyan government failed to act on prior intelligence, adding that evidence provided was not verifiable. As Jacob Ochiro now reports, the victims have now been left stranded as they plan to challenge the judgment in the Court of Appeal.
Families of the 201 Kenyans who died and over 5,000 who were maimed at the 1998 bomb blast trooped to the Milimani law courts in the morning to listen to the judgment of a petition they had filed in 2021 seeking compensation. Esther Munga, who is among the 5,000 who were injured on that day, was busy hawking on Moi Avenue when the incident happened. She says that the medical expenses have drained her and her hopes of pursuing her dream career have since been dashed.
It was not easy because, for one, I was a hawker, and being a hawker, there was nothing like a medical cover I had insured myself with. So I had only to go to my sister who took care of me. I was residing in Dandora, and I had to shift off from Dandora to Kawangware, where I stayed with my sister. It has not been easy because I was pursuing my teaching career and I did not get it.
For James Ndungu, the situation is similar. James was driving a PSV on that fateful day and his hearing ability was impaired.
Hiyo kitu ilifanyika, nilikuwa napita na gari. Ilikuwa nabeba na matatu, ilikuwa nabeba Nyeri, from Nyeri to Nairobi. na wakati nilikuwa ninapita hiyo kitu ikaanza bombas ikaripuka na gari ile nilikuwa nayo ikapiga pigwa mamaye kidogo, lakini mimi sikumia hata kidogo, lakini nilumia pande ya masikio kwa kosa kusikia na kwa haraka.
When Justice Lawrence Mugambi came to deliver his judgment, hope turned into despair after their petition was dismissed. In his judgment, Justice Mugambi ruled that the petitioners failed to give reliable and verifiable facts to back their claim that the government of Kenya failed to act on intelligence of an imminent terrorist attack. He labeled the evidence as hearsay.
There is thus no demonstrable credible evidence that Kenya received prior multiple specific actionable intelligence reports about the impending U.S. embassy bombing, but neglected to act on it. The evidence relied upon by the petitioners as proof of the fact turns out to be hearsay statements in reports and publications. The sources of facts that made the authors come to the conclusions contained in the reports cannot be verified, as not even the authors of those reports swore affidavits to authenticate the reports and publications relied upon by the petitioners. On a balance of probabilities, I would not regard this as credible evidence to be used as a basis of finding liability.
The petitioners also sought to compel the Attorney General to seek compensation from the Iranian and Sudanese governments on their behalf. On this, Justice Mugambi ruled that the AG has no mandate to do so.
The prayers are not aligned to the mandate of the Attorney General under the Constitution or the statute. The Attorney General's role do not extend to singularly suing foreign states to seek compensation on behalf of individual complainants or with a view to seizing their assets. Such a move would involve high-level policy decision-making in the executive, as it could have massive foreign relation implications between Kenya and affected states.
Additionally, the High Court also ruled that the government cannot take action against the Sudanese and Iranian governments, arguing that it would have a lot of political and diplomatic consequences.
The facts they relied on to arrive at the conclusion in those reports cannot be verified either. Basically, it is hearsay evidence. The publications and reports presented in this manner cannot constitute credible and substantive evidence of the disputed fact of reliability. Moreover, the petitioners relied on the contents of judgments from the United States. The court does acknowledge the existence of the said judgments, but the findings of fact by another court cannot be taken as proof in any other subsequent judicial proceeding. In any event, I've gone through the said judgments carefully, and I do not find anywhere where the American courts made findings faulting the government of Kenya for negligence or complicity.
James and Esther are now a disappointed lot, with hopes for compensation now at an all-time low.
The judgment is very, very negative because I was very much expectant. I was very, very much expectant and of the compensation. And I was like, even though I did not make it in my youthhood, I would make it even now at this time when I'm aging, and I would have aged grace-free. So I've really felt it so much.
Mimi naona kama kitu imetokea, the judgment have provided to the court, mimi naona kama imefika mwisho. Sioni vile tunaweza kusema ati tuende supreme ama I don't see. Ni kama kitu imeishia hivyo.
Justice Mugambi also ruled that the AG cannot be forced to compel the president to form a commission of inquiry. The petitioners, led by the consortium of August 7th victims, now plan to move to the Court of Appeal to challenge the decision. Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Jacob Ochiro.
Thank you so much, Jakes, for that report. To some education matters now, and learners have appreciated the first ever KU-CCPS National Career Conference and exhibition, now on its second day at the Kenyatta International Convention Center in Nairobi. The event is drawing thousands of students and parents seeking guidance on career choices and school placement. The forum comes at a crucial time as Kenya transitions from the 844 system to the competency-based curriculum. Glory Githinji now reports.
The exhibition floor at KICC was abuzz with activities as university, TVETs institutions, and training providers showcased their programs, engaging directly with learners and parents. Students moved from one booth to another, seeking clarification on entry requirements, course offerings, and career prospects, while parents consulted placement officers on how to navigate the application process. For many, the conference was already yielding targeting results.
This has been eye-opening. quite eye-opening. This first conference brought by the Kenya Universities and Colleges Placement has been a wonderful session because it has been quite a challenge because of the number of universities that we have in the country. The number of courses are very many, and also looking at the grade that a child gets also puts you at a place where you may not know where to fully put them. They may want one career or the other, but may not fit in the different courses that they may want. But this has given us an opportunity to understand the cluster point and weightage, and has also given us an opportunity to understand the COOPS portal and how to navigate it, and also place ourselves to a place where the child can be able to be placed to what they really want to do.
Students that came in the first day with several questions and lack of clarity on what they wanted to venture in after they had done with school stated that the conference has been an eye-opener and very helpful to them.
Before this, I had a challenge in finding the exact career paths that I want to have. But thanks to this career fair, I've been able to see what different universities offer, and I've settled on some of the choices they have. Right now, we're waiting for placements in university. Hopefully, I get chosen into one of the universities that came here.
Hii KUPS imetusaidia sana juu kitambo hatukuwa tunajua venye mtu anaweza pata shule, lakini hii KUPS imesaidia sana. Imekuwa very easy kwa mtoto kupata college na kuadvisiwa ile course mtu anaweza fanya. So kwangu imekuwa muhimu sana kwa hii conference.
KUPS Chief Executive Officer stated that this year conference is giving special attention to learners transitioning from the 844 system, even as preparations intensify for the first cohort of grade 10 students under the new curriculum. She noted that while placement under 844 was traditionally being based on examination grades, the competence-based education system will focus on learners' skills, abilities, and competence.
KUPS has been going to schools. Previously, we were targeting Form 1 and 2 separately so that we match their dreams with the subjects. And then Form 3 and 4, we would attend to them separately so that now on that, we guide them on the subjects they have chosen with the courses coming up in the universities and TVETs.
KUPS say they are collaborating with NEC and other education stakeholders to finalize a placement model that reflects the principles of CBE, ensuring learners are matched into institutions and courses that best suit their talents and career inspirations.
Our expectation is that with the assessments done from grade 10 all the way to grade 12, then the final grade can therefore not be based on an exam that they will sit on the last day. So we are waiting on Kenya National Examination Council to tell us, are we going to still have the A to E? Are we going to look at the, meeting expectations, exceeding expectations? But the fact is they will be, the whole journey of CBE is focusing on the competencies and the skills that they will have to attain.
As the KUPS National Career Conference and Exhibition nears its last day, 1,000 more learners are expected to attend as the agency rolls out a new approach to career guidance and placement under Kenya's evolving education system. Reporting for Newswatch, my name is Glory Nkatha.
Thank you so much, Glory, for that report. It's exactly 9:25 p.m. Time for a short break, but immediately after, I'll be back with the business and sports news. Stick around.
What if your pain had a purpose? What if your past was just a beginning of a greater story?
Gotten to another level because now I could not do anything without it, and now it became like a poison. I take it today, it grounds me for 3 more days.
I had not read the Bible. When I read the Bible, it just confirmed all the more that I had an encounter with the Lord, because I told him, Lord, why have you come to me
From the streets to the sanctuary, from the prison yard to the pulpit, real people are sharing the power of God's transforming love. No matter where you've been, God can rewrite your story.
So I got him, I just called, and by luck, he picked up the phone. I explained everything and what I was feeling.
Wow.
He started praying in tongues immediately over the phone, and that thing, whatever it was, it stopped.
Join me, Sharon Aitore Wanganye, for Testify every Thursday at 8 p.m. as we listen through the journey of hope, healing, and redemption through the voices of people just like you.
And when you're running away from God, there's only the fire you can run.
Yeah.
I stand here as a witness that God catches up.
These aren't just stories, they are testimonies. Don't just watch, testify.
Hi everyone, my name is George Gishoro, a presenter with Hope TV. Thank you so very much for continuing to support us by watching all our programs. Now, we would love to serve you even better. Now, we want to know where you are watching us from and the strength of the signal. You can scan the QR code and ensure that you answer all the questions in ensuring that you are getting us loud and clear with crystal pictures. So go ahead and fill in the QR code so that we can serve you better right here at Hope TV, where you look and live.
There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Welcome back. You're watching Hope TV Newswatch. Now let's get down to business. Matatu operators have announced a nationwide strike starting this Monday over the alleged torching of their vehicles by border riders. PSV operators have accused the government of failing to protect their sector despite being major taxpayers. They warn that all major highways will be blocked if their concerns are not addressed, citing recent attacks, including a matatu set on fire last week along Juja Road in Nairobi. Operators insist patience is running thin as the government faces mounting pressure to act. Moving on swiftly, East Africa's leading asset Mogo has launched financial literacy training for bodaboda operators across 6 counties in the Nyanza region.
Tumeleta education
Responsibly manage loans and grow income sustainably while avoiding debt traps. As part of the initiative, Mogo introduced a mobile app to improve transparency and give operators more control over their finances.
hapa leo tuko upande wa Kisii, tumeleta educational forum ambayo tunaita elewa mkopo wako. Ni kufunza tu kuhusiana na loan ambayo unachukua upande wetu, kuweza kuelewa kabla uchukue mkopo wako, ile wakati unachukua pia na pia ile wakati ambao umeweza kufinyika ama kuna tatizo limefanya ukaweza kutolipa deni yako. Upande wetu pia tuko na app ambayo tumeleta. App yetu ni kuweza kuwa transparent kwa customers wetu, wajue kiwango cha pesa ambao wamelipa, penye wamefikisha na kiwango ambacho wamesalia.
Ili waelewe mbona loan inafanywa restructuring, mbona fines zinaanguka mkopo wao, na pia tumewapea mafundisho kuhusu ama jinsi ya kuangalia balansi ya kutumia mobile app.
Sana ile shida tulikuwa nayo, ile shida mtu alikuwa analipa haionyeshi ni balansi yake ni ngapi ama amelipa ngapi, lakini uzuri wale wametufundisha, wameleta mpya hiyo yenye itatusaidia sana, itasaidia wateja wetu.
To some sporting action now, rising Starlets midfielder Lorna Faith is confident that Kenya will beat Tanzania in the third round of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifiers. Kenya will host the first leg on the 7th of February in Nairobi before traveling to Tanzania a week later. Lorna says good training, strong teamwork, and experience from the Under-17 qualifiers give them belief.
Yeah, mi niko prepared, niko physically, niko best. Juu zoezi tumekuwa tukipewa iko juu vile nafaa. Mentally tuko sawa na tumepata support, so hakuna kitu tunaogopa. Tanzania lazima ilale tu chini.
Kitu motivate sana. 2024 tulikuwa nacheza under 17, tuliqualify for World Cup. Sasa Tanzania ahead of us, tunaweza jaribu pia, lakini tunaweza kitu niko sure, tuko na teamwork, tuko na unity, tuko na courage, kocha on mental strength zetu, na niko sure tukicheza na Tanzania tutashinda game zetu, na tuko ready kuqualify for World Cup kumeka our country proud.
Tulifika World Cup kama under 17. That means hata under 20 tutafika na tutajikaza juu si easy, lakini we must fight na God mbele every time.
And the AFC Leopards chairman Boniface Ambani has expressed renewed optimism of the club's progress as Ingwe look to end their 28-year wait for a league title. The title race remains wide open, with AFC Leopards currently second on the table with 36 points, level with bitter rivals Gor Mahia as the battle for the championship intensifies. Caleb Moti with more on this.
1974, Mwenge, former Liverpool, 1974, 1977.
Boniface Ambani, a former Harambee Stars striker with 12 international caps, has described the current title race as highly competitive, citing the growing level of quality in the league. Ambani, who led the line for Ingwe the last time they lifted the KPL title in 1998, now believes the club is determined to make a strong statement in the push for championship glory.
But the only thing that's putting there is the goal difference. We're sharing the same spot with the AFC Leopards, yeah. So you can imagine. So we are trying to see how it's going to end, but it's getting sweeter and sweeter. At the same time, other teams also who are the other part who are chasing. There's Police, there's Tusker. You know, Police, they're the defending champions, I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Tusker have also won the league on several occasions sometimes back. So Ulinzi is also there, but now they're not actually the rest. But there's KCB. It was also doing well, and then
with ambitions of making a return to continental level, Ambani has expressed confidence in the quality of his squad, which he believes is ready to compete at the highest level.
Well motivated. Again, the motivation factor is there. So we have quality players who are now well motivated, and that's why you see we are the position where we are. It's not by fluke; it's not by chance. It's because they deserve. The players deserve to be there. The team deserve to be there. The quality that at least we have deserves to be there.
Ambani's sentiments were echoed by the club's Secretary General Isaac Mulindi, who is confident that Ingwe have what it takes to clinch the title.
Kwa kusema kweli, Ingwe ni timu ambayo imejiandaa. Naweza sema ukiangalia kumekuwa na mabadiliko kubwa upande ya performance. Tunaona kwamba wanajikaza na wanafanya juu chini kuhakikisha kwamba kila wakati wanaweza jikakamua kuchukua point 3. Kwa hivyo pahali Ingwe iko saizi, ukiangalia kweli wako pahali ambayo tunaweza sema hii ligi ni kama imeenda.
As a community-based club, AFC Leopards will continue to operate under that model, with Ambani maintaining that the club will not transition into a corporate club, but will remain rooted in its community identity.
That's something that should go back to members, but it's not something that you can just come and change that. This is a community club. It's being run by members, so the members have to decide whether they want to go corporate or they still stay where we are. So the talk is still young, but we are yet to open the talks yet.
For Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Caleb Moti.
Caleb for that report. Caleb is a very happy man today after his team, Bandari Football Club, beat Police FC at the Mbaraki Sports Ground, 1-0. Anyways, moving on swiftly. FKF Premier League leaders Gor Mahia will be looking to extend their lead when they host Sofapaka on Saturday at the Nyayo National Stadium from 4 p.m. Assistant coach Kobe Bismarck says preparations have been thorough, with players working on tactics and improving from their last game. Goalkeeper Brian Omondi as the squad is focused and united, warning that they will not underestimate Sofapaka as Gor Mahia aim for maximum points to stay ahead in the title race.
Being our first day training, tuko prepared kwa game ya Saturday. It's not an easy match because hata kulingana hata kama form yao iko vibaya, naweza sema kucheza na Sofapaka Gor against Sofapaka iko an easy match tukiangalia back in the years. So tuko prepared because right now tunajua any game inafaa kuwa ni a must win for us because the league iko so competitive. So we are prepared for that match because we are going for a win.
From our last game, the players did well. There was so many areas that I think we need to improve technically. And we have started working on it. We gave them 2 days off. We started training today for the preparation for our next coming game. So I think we add a lot of seriousness to our preparation. And I think we'll be ready by Saturday.
So how do you intend to approach the game considering your opponents?
Yes, we have watched them. I think we watched them in their last game against Leopard. They're a good team. And from what we saw, I think that we have a plan as to how to approach the game. We can't talk about it, but we're going to be serious about it. It's a team that I think they are good. We need to play above ourselves to be able to beat them.
Finally, the UEFA Champions League stage takes center stage tonight with a packed schedule of 18 fixtures being played simultaneously across Europe.
Being our first day training, tuko prepared kwa game ya Saturday. It's not an easy match because hata kulingana hata kama form yao iko vibaya, naweza sema kucheza na Sofapaka Gor against Sofapaka iko an easy match tukiangalia back in the years. So tuko prepared because right now tunajua any game inafaa kuwa ni a must win for us because the league iko so competitive. So we are prepared for that match because we are going for a win.
From our last game, the players did well. There was so many areas that I think we need to improve technically. And we have started working on it. We gave them 2 days off. We started training today for the preparation for our next coming game. So I think we add a lot of seriousness to our preparation. And I think we'll be ready by Saturday.
So how do you intend to approach the game considering your opponents?
Yes, we have watched them. I think we watched them in their last game against Leopard. They're a good team. And from what we saw, I think that we have a plan as to how to approach the game. We can't talk about it, but we're going to be serious about it. It's a team that I think they are good. We need to play above ourselves to be able to beat them.
as for that small technical hiccup. The UEFA Champions League stage takes center stage tonight with a packed schedule of 18 fixtures being played simultaneously across Europe. All matches kick off at 11 p.m. East African time, with Ajax hosting Olympiacos, Arsenal facing Kairat Athletic Club up against Sporting CP and Atletico Madrid, welcoming Bodo Glimt. Barcelona are at home to Copenhagen. Bayer Leverkusen take on Villarreal. Benfica clash with Real Madrid, while Borussia Dortmund face Inter Milan. Elsewhere, Club Brugge host Marseille. Eintracht Frankfurt meet Tottenham Hotspur. Liverpool play Karabag, and Manchester City entertain Galatasaray. Monaco go head-to-head with Juventus. Napoli face Chelsea. PSV host Bayern Munich. Pafos take on Slavia Prague. Paris Saint-Germain welcome Newcastle United, and Union Saint-Gilloise complete the lineup at home to Atalanta. Well, with that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for making time to watch Hope TV Newswatch. Really do appreciate the value of your time. On behalf of the amazing team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kennedy Kimani, and Boniface Moredi has been our sign language interpreter.